Hey, what's up everybody? Chris Crone here. Today I want to shoot a little video for you because I wanted to challenge this idea. Is it possible to make money doing what you love and also helping other people? Like, is it possible to serve other people with and get wealthy at the same time? It's interesting. I've got currently my aunt-in-law, or great aunt, is the current deputy director for the Peace Corps, which means that she travels to every country around the world using American tax dollars to go help other people in the world. And I respect it so much. But in her eyes, I'm the capitalist, right? And in my eyes, I'm also the capitalist. And it's this idea of like, can you really help people? For me, it all comes down to one thing. Money follows value. If you want to make more money, you need to give more value. And a lot of people don't understand this principle. They're hoping that they can get a raise at their job. I wasn't going to share this, but I'll share it with you anyway. I was going to share actually how I went from making less than $20,000 a year at this company and 4 years later was making $135,000 because I think it demonstrates this point. So like this job that I worked, I made less than $20,000 a year my first year. I was grateful for the job. It was more than I had ever made before. I was 22 years old. So I mean, that meant something, but I was still getting behind and I was going in debt. And so I devised a plan. I basically I figured it out after a year that this company had some flexibility. I would go talk to the manager that I had a good relationship with and I said, hey, I had an idea for something I can do that will help the company and make the company more money. Do you mind if I do it? Dude, who would say no to that? So I basically got permission. And then I wouldn't ask for a raise. I would spend 6 months and I would create value for them. And then I would add up how much extra money I helped them make. Well, 6 months later, I went to them and I said, hey, so thank you for giving me permission to do this thing. I've now, made the company this amount of money. It's pretty awesome. How would you feel about a raise, maybe sharing a little of that with me? And you know what they said? Dude, how do you say no to someone that's like, I put $200,000 in your pocket. Will you share a little bit with me and I'll keep doing it for the future? And they said, yeah. So guess what I did then? I said, hey, there's another part of the company that I think I could also improve. Are you okay with that? So I took the next 6 months. I would actually build out that division. I'd help them make more money. And then I'd come back to them and say, hey, so that thing worked out and I made this extra money for the company. Do you mind sharing some of it with me? Every 6 months I went for a raise and every 6 months I got a raise because how do you turn down someone that creates more value? Well, creating value is actually what creates wealth. For example, let's take real estate. Like this is the area where I love to serve people. It's actually one of my 6 criteria that I write about in my book and a book that you can get for free on the website. And it's this idea that I call compassionate financing. You see, I find a house that has a lot of value in it, someone that wants to sell it, I get it undervalued, they're happy selling it that way, there's no hardcore negotiations, I just wait till the right priced home hits the market, I nab it. Now I can do a couple of things with it. I could try and sell it for a quick buck. I could also rent it and become a landlord. But instead, I created this thing called compassionate financing. It's lease option with a twist. It means that I put these signs up on the house that basically say, hey, house for rent to own, which means you can rent it until you can own it. And then I also say like no bank qualifying. And I start getting calls every day from people who are like, oh my gosh, I saw your house. What does this rent to own mean? You know who's calling? It's calling people. The people that are calling in have been denied by banks. They've been turned down. They want a home. They're done throwing away their money, renting. And they call me up and basically my system, my team shows up and says, let's check out the house. They bring their kids over. We find out it's a good deal for them. And then we say, here's what's different. When you get this house, we'll actually give some of that equity we got in it in the first place. We're going to gift it to you. All you got to do is keep your nose clean, make your payments on time. You're going to pay a premium on payments, but we're going to kick that back to you. And what ends up happening after 2-3 years is when they go to buy the house, if they can buy it, is they'll walk into great equity. It'll be a house that they've called home. They never called on landlord stuff. They've upgraded the home. They've been taking care of the house. And those that have followed through to actually buy the home, that value I know meant so much to them because it gave them that home ownership way sooner than they could have gotten it earlier. And what that means for family is stability. What price do you put on that? Other people will use that system and they'll not buy the house. And for them, the value is, hey, I needed the flexibility to not get locked into a bank to know that I could actually walk away. And so one of the things that I've found in life, even though it's just a couple of specific examples of how you do it in a job or how I've done it in real estate, there's ideas beyond that. If you want to make more money, stop focusing on what you need and want, know what it is, and then go out there and say, what can I do that can help people? What can I do that can help people the most? And if you sit down and think of how you can bring the greatest value, getting in the habit of giving and paying it forward, that's the service component that's going to come back on you. And then there's one final really, really, really big payoff. The big payoff is after you've been living a lifetime like that, you're going to look back and you'll have left a legacy. There's going to be countless people that you've been able to touch, interact, help, give superior service to, create superior value for. And every human being on this planet has a way to create superior value in their own way. So all you got to do is really find out what that looks like for you, create massive value. It's going to get returned to you. It's pretty awesome. It's great, in fact. And for those of you that are like, Chris, I don't know what it is, I will tell you that my lease option compassionate financing system, it's turnkey and anyone can do it. I've helped countless people engage in that system. So you can head on over to the website and use it if it's going to be useful for you. It's definitely going to be a way for you to make a positive impact in your community and touch a family's life in a big way that they hope a bank would, that won't. You get to actually be that for them. And you can even get involved in the whole business without needing money to buy properties, without needing credit. So it's pretty sweet. Other than that, thank you so much for joining on the video today. And hey, if you want to connect more, hit that subscribe button. Also ring that bell to ding. And I'll make sure I notify you, me and my team, when the next videos come out. We pop them out every single day. I'm hoping that a couple of them here actually make a good, huge impact in your life and just set you up for your level up. Take care, friends.